What's going on? Let's shut this thing off. Let's get this off here. What's happening, guys? Welcome to another episode of Trucking with Casey. Hopefully here next couple of days. I got 2 more loads I got to put into my program, and I'll let you know how we did in August with taking time off and going to the truck show. And the miles that we ran, doesn't look like we're going to hit 10,000 miles this month, but we did really well. So really well. I guess I say about average for what I've been doing. It's not my best month here yet, but definitely not the worst. Like I said, about average. So I'm going to put that video up about the August numbers here probably within the next week or so. Sorry I'm not like a lot of the other bigger YouTubers. They put videos up here every day. I don't know how they do it. I'm like, I got to drive this truck. Talk to the accountant today. I'm fighting with them on that because they messed up my last year's, or they're missing something. And I can't do my personal until the business is done. And we had to file an extension and blah, blah, blah. Sometimes we're a pain in the ass. I feel like I've been on the phone all day. Like getting rid of AT&T and switching over to Verizon, you know, and then dealing with all of that. And then my hazmat was supposed to come up, but come to find out it's actually not until next year. So dealing with that, and it gets crazy out here, you know. And the guys that are running with their own authority and they're throwing up videos every day, my hat's off to you, bro, because that's time consuming, you know, because you know you gotta do the videos, and then you know the little bit of editing. I don't do much editing, obviously. You guys see that I'm more raw, kind of to the point type of deal, and all that. But so yeah, anyway, I'm still appreciative of all 307 subscribers I got. You guys are awesome. Obviously I'm doing this to help somebody out. You know, if I can help one guy out there, which I always get comments like, hey, it helped, you know, thank you. I appreciate all those. Appreciate all the love, you know, all my subs, all the, you know, liked videos and stuff you guys do. It's what makes me want to keep doing it. So RT. Man, I don't know. I'm hoping I'm looking a little thinner in the gills here. You know, we are down 21 pounds we lost in August on this diet that we're doing. So I'm super happy about that. Bummed. I'm going to say bummed. Super happy about that. I'm hoping to lose, the goal is 5 pounds a week. I'm hoping to lose another 20 pounds in September. And then Thanksgiving, I've already told my buddy who's doing this with me, all bets are off, dude. Thanksgiving and Christmas, forget it. Forget it. Forget about it. So, hey, you guys ever forget about something? Because I forgot. You ever forget? Happens to me. Happens to everybody. The next part of this video that you're about to watch, about a little trick that I picked up from my dad. That I've seen other guys, talk to other guys that do this too, about, you know, good way to check when you can't see your hub oil levels, and checking your hubs with temp, make sure they're not overheating and stuff, brakes and whatnot. I left my temp gun on the back of the trailer. I went back there, I was doing the video, you know, I had my head cam on, shot it, so you guys are gonna see it. You're gonna see me walk right past it. And then I walk up, and how I knew that I'd done it is I got back on the road and I got all settled, and I restarted that movie. I restarted that video clip that I had done so I could watch it, make sure it came out good. And I'm like, I never picked up my temp gun, dude. So there's 75 bucks, which is what they cost. So I gotta get another one. So without further ado, I'll let y'all get to that. And then, oh, you know what? No, the whole reason for making this intro, man, I'm forgetful. The whole reason for making this intro is, listen, guys, it's a personal opinion. I'm not saying you have to. Please don't hate on me. I'm not like saying the guys that are out there not doing it are pieces of shit. But, man, you should really all have CBs, man. Because today it came in handy. A lot of guys have them and they're never on. I always have mine on. And for this particular reason, I always leave it on in case something is going on with my truck or my trailer. I'm dragging something. I got smoke coming out that I'm not seeing, that hopefully another guy with a CB will holler at me and be like, Landstar, get the fuck off the road, man. Excuse my language. Or, you know, upcoming traffic, you know, of course, county mounties and full growns and stuff like that. But the biggest reason I leave mine on all the time is exactly what happened today. I was cruising westbound, about 140 miles east of El Paso, and I get a guy come on the radio and said, hey, how about that westbound Landstar? I said, yeah, go ahead, I got it on. And he said, hey, you're going to be coming up this hill. He says, I'm another Landstar driver. You have any water that I could borrow? I blew a radiator hose, you know, a heater hose that goes back for his APU. And he was able to fix it and just kind of loop the lines. And then on both ends and get rid of the piece that had the hole in it. But he had 4 gallons of coolant, you know, and but he needed more. And I was like, hey, yeah, man, I just filled my water jug up, you know, because I keep a gallon of coolant and I keep a gallon of water. And I had just filled it up, actually today. And I stopped on top of the hill, and we were able to get 2 more gallons of coolant in his truck. And it was enough to get him down the road 40 miles to the next truck stop so that he could, you know, fill his jugs back up and then get a piece of heater hose from the shop and get it fixed so he can get rolling down the road, you know. And that's nice. I felt great about being able, you know, you see all these truckers on the side of the road and you holler at them like, hey man, hey, you all right over there, reefer? Or whoever, Wile E. Coyote, and you don't get no answer. And it's like a lot of guys out here, I'll stop and help anybody on the side of the road, but I got to know that you need help. I just not go to every truck I see on the side of the road and stop, you know. But today, he hollered at me. I was able to help him, and it was nice. We got to get another gallon of coolant for our water jug back up. But you know what? It's karma, man. It's that good karma. So if you got a CB on, you know, you turn the volume. You don't have to have the volume up loud, but you know, you can get it up about a quarter way. Turn the squelch up a little bit, so you know you can hear somebody when they're trying to holler at you, because you never know when it might come in handy. Not, you know. So I'll let y'all get to this other clip. Once again, I appreciate y'all for watching. I hope everybody's doing great, keeping the shiny side up, and having some fun out here while making some cash, man, because the rates are still great. The little dip in loads we saw seems to have faded. Freights out here, I've already got a load coming out of El Paso, our Las Cruces, 60 miles away, heading right back to Houston. So I'm going to go play in that hurricane, I guess, that's brewing up down there. Actually, I'm going to go in there Wednesday, offload, reload, and take my ass home. So thanks for watching, guys. What's going on, YouTube? What's going on? Let's pull out of the fuel island here. If you ever want anybody to look at you funny while you're in the fuel island, just put a GoPro with a head cam, you know, put it on your head and see if they don't start looking at you funny. So we're here in we're in Sweetwater, Texas at the Loves. We were gonna go to the TA, but they got the road closed underneath the bridge on construction, so we said, fuck it, we'll get it about, it's like a penny or 2 pennies more a gallon over here at the Loves, so that wasn't worth getting back on and going up another. We would have burnt more fuel than what we saved money here. So hope everybody's doing good. I'm going to pull up here and park. I want to show you guys something, a little trick that a lot of you probably know, and it'll save you some headache and whatnot in the future. Plus, we're going to check our load and make sure that it's all good. Now that we got her all full of fuel and full of def, now the truck is happy. And then I'd like to find a decent place to take my dog out. I think right over here will do it. All right. You guys pardon me for a second while I back up the beast over here in this open spot in a safe place away from everybody. Apologies for the truck if y'all watch this video. I just got done doing a 34, man, and last week was busy, man. We shut down. We had like 3 hours left on our 70, and we're just wrapping up this load today. So I got a motel room and I just kind of hung out, you know. I wanted to clean the truck and get that all done, but we had 4 loads of laundry to do, and so I had to wash both my blankets and my sheets. It was time to do that, and I had to give the dog a bath and all that good jazz, and then just kind of had a lazy 34-hour, you know. It was not a whole hell of productive activities. So you guys ever get a trailer? And I bring this up because I just passed a trailer out there when I got this load out in Charlotte. It's on the side of the road. You're gonna wait, Zeus. It was on the side of the road, and it was all, the back of the trailer is all burnt up, right? I'll be back, okay? I'll be back. So that's one of two things. This is flat grounds, no hills, no nothing. I mean, no traffic. So he either, excuse, I gotta clean this up too. We had to use all of our straps on that last load, and then it was a show in this amphitheater, and we had to get out of there. So one of two things happened. He either lost a brake can, a brake chamber, locked up, smoked the brakes, caught him on fire, or his hubs friggin' overheated and caught the friggin' tires on fire, you know. Something back here got hot, and you see here at Landstar we have a lot of these. See, this wheel end's covered by Hendrick's 7-year warranty, right? You can't see the level, and if you get these, even if they have the plug, if they don't have the plug in the middle, which they seem to be going away from that, and they have this little indicator that's supposed to pop out when the hub gets, what is it? I think it's right here. Call trailer maintenance, it exceeds 250 degrees. Guys, 250 degrees, you're losing a wheel seal. And as you can see and smell, that's another thing too, guys. Gear oil has a rotten egg smell. And so even if you're not, don't get under here and completely look, when you're back here in the back of your trailer, you're gonna be able to smell it. So the best thing to do to check these, is like I said, a lot of these are cloudy, you can't see the oil level anyway. Our diffs on our truck are running at 150 degrees today. They never run over 200. I'm talking heat of the day, they're never gonna run over 200. Get yourself a temp gun. This is a Raytech Mini Temp MT6. This thing is awesome. I used it when I was a mechanic. It works all the way up to like 1100 degrees or something. And shoot it and check that hub temp. 116 degrees. 107 degrees. That tells you two things. A, your hub's not overheating. So, and you have the proper fluid level. There's enough fluid in there to keep the bearings and the races cool while you're going down the road. Now we're cutting across 20 here, running 75 miles an hour. Between 70 and 75. We got a light load and 20,000 pounds. So we're just chilling today. You know, the speed limit's 75, everybody's running 100, but speed limit 75 is, yeah, that's all these tires are rated for anyway. 105 and 106. So all my hubs are running within 5 degrees of one another. So it tells you two things. It's not overheating, 3 things I guess. Everything's nice and tight. You don't, because if you get a loose hub bearing, say this nut in here starts to back off, and this hub becomes loose and starts to wobble. That is friction, creates heat, and then ultimately you wind up burning up a wheel end. Because guys, I've seen these on cars in 1-ton pickups. They will run these suckers out of fluid, those full floating front ends. They will run them out of fluid. And this will get so hot that it'll, I don't know if you've ever seen friction welding, but it will weld it. This hub will weld itself to that spindle. You don't want that going down the road with any kind of load on it. So I figured I would show you guys that tip, a temp gun, man. You get a trailer, you can't see the fluid level. All right, you look under it, you don't see any leaks, all your hub seals are good. Pull it 100 miles down the road, get out, check the hub temps. Make sure you're not running 250, 200, 250 degrees, especially on a day like today. Even on a day, I guess we should probably get our keys out of our box. Even on a day, you're running across Texas, it's 100 degrees outside. Your hub should not run over 200 degrees. Much over that and you have a problem. Surely if you're running over 250, probably got a problem in that hub. Don't always trust the repairman. You know, double check their findings too. When I was working for Navajo, I had a wheel seal done at the Petro, and I kept, you know, they say, oh, we cleaned it up and this and that. Well, I kept noticing fluid back there, and the sucker was getting really, really hot. So I stopped at another TA. I was in Kingdom City. I made it up to Bloomington. Okay, and they took it apart and they said another 100 miles probably would have lost your whole wheel assembly. He said the guy didn't have the lock nut tight and it wasn't locking. So well, that's good to know. So we can't tell y'all where we got it or where it's going, but this is our load. Get my fat ass up here. Basically what we have is 12 totes. These are totes. They are only about what? About 3.5 feet high. And because of, they weigh about 1,500 pounds a piece, 1,700 pounds a piece. Just about 4,000 pounds right here. So we put 8 in the nose. Of course, hazmat cannot go right, left, front, and back. So we put 8 in the nose and distribute the weight. So we weren't all our weight on our drives and none on our trailer. We had him put 4 totes back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so we have 2 straps up there. Which our rear strap is good and tight. And we'll get up here and we will check these front straps. So both of those are good, doubled up. And then, because you never can predict when you might have a hard brake, just as an added precaution, I put these 1-inch straps on the front tanks. See, they're in the eyelets, and that eyelet up there, to kind of keep pressure coming towards the back. You know, because I don't want these to slide forward and hit those totes up there. So it's always good, especially if they don't seal it. Of course, always lock your load. To check your load. I check mine every day. Especially if I have an incident where I do have to get on the hard brake with these. You can see how the feet are not squared. They're actually kind of rounded, like little half moons, like balls on the, you know, the balls of their feet, instead of up top where they're rigid. You know, if they were squared off like that and had a sharp edge, it kind of dig into the floor. And I wanted to take a 2x4 in the front and nail it to the floor, but I'm not quite too sure how Landstar would feel about me putting nails in their trailer, so I didn't do that. So figure, yeah, show you guys those 2 things. You know, it's important to just kind of help keep yourself safe and everybody else, and save you some headache. You know, corrosive, baby. We don't want that shit getting out of there, you know. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna get off here. My dog's probably getting pissed. He wants to get out of the truck. He's like, I gotta go piss, Dad. Let's do this thing. Hey, Zoom Man. What, did you get into the trash can? You know this is a no-no, mister. Hey, come go outside. I'll clean it up. Come on there, little buddy. Come on, let's go potty. There he goes. Alrighty guys, I appreciate y'all watching. I'll try to add something to this video so it's not real short, but we'll catch y'all on the next one. Be safe out there.